You are a security night guard at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. You have to wait in your office till 6 AM and you'll get paid. Sounds easy enough. You have 2 steel doors on each side. Next to them there are 2 buttons, one for the light and the other for closing the door. But you have a limited power supply, so you gotta use it wisely. Everything uses power. The doors, cameras, light, even the fan which is always on. The phone guy said that the animatronics do get quirky at night, but it might be some kind of malfunction, so it's nothing to worry about. Well, if you're gonna wait till 6 AM, might as well use the camera to kill time. The animatronics look normal. Kinda. Seems like it's all fine. Reaching till 6 AM will be a breeze. You see how just a little stare changed the entire atmosphere? That's what FNAF excelled in, this sense of dread. At first it felt creepy and unsettling, but after that emotionless stare, it was borderline dread. You're a prey in a cage and your only way to reach 6 AM is to ration your power supply. But some of you might be asking from the title and thumbnail, why isn't FNAF 1 peak horror? Well, the problem is that you get used to it. Let me explain. Whenever an animatronic is outside your door, you have to use the light to confirm that they are there and then close the door. But if you don't, you'll be greeted with a jammed button sound. At that point, you'll be so confused and terrified that you don't know what to do, so you open the camera to see what happened, and as soon as you put it down, you get jump scared. It's the perfect build-up to a jump scare, but the problem is that if you get jump scared by all the animatronics, later on you'll be immune to them. The fear factor wears off pretty fast if you know when and how you will die. That still doesn't undermine the dreadful atmosphere FNAF 1 has compared to the other titles. FNAF 2 changed the whole playstyle upside down. Instead of doors or power, there's a big door connected to the hallway and 2 vents on each side of the office. You're literally defenseless, more than FNAF 1. And there are a whopping 11 animatronics after you. FNAF 2 doesn't have the same dreadful atmosphere as FNAF 1, but I can assure you, the difficulty has peaked. Almost every animatronic have their own mechanics. For example, when Foxy is in the hallway, use your flashlight to make him leave. But if Balloon Boy comes in your office, he'll take the flashlight's battery with no way of getting it back, making you open for a jump scare. You can use your Freddy mask and wait for Balloon Boy to leave when he is in the vents, but with all the animatronics, you need to be on high alert and reflexes. A lot of animatronics take reflexes to deal with them, like the Wither animatronics. Other than Foxy, Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica can get into your office and jump scare you. The only way to counter them is to use the mask as soon as they get in the office. If you fail, they sometimes leave for a few seconds, convincing you that you did it right, and then you get a surprise jump scare. The game is more focused on difficulty than horror, which isn't a bad thing, but it's sadly not peak horror. I don't need to explain FNAF 3 that much. To be honest, it has the weakest jump scares. But honestly, the atmosphere is really good, like really good. This time, it's just one animatronic. Yup, you heard that right. Just one. His name is Springtrap, and he's a very mediocre animatronic when it comes to atmospheric dread. His jump scare is bad. Really bad. Just very bad. First, after you know all the mechanics, you can see the jump scare coming from a mile away, and second, the animation isn't even that scary. Like, look at this. You're not scaring anyone, bro. The only thing that is scary are the phantom animatronics. But again, if you know their mechanics, you'll expect them. FNAF 4 was made specifically to induce gut-wrenching terror. I'm not saying the other games weren't made to be scary, but Scott Cawthon said in particular that he was inspired by his nightmares. FNAF 4's strongest element is the fear of the unknown. You are in your room and nightmare animatronics are coming to kill you. You don't have a camera, electricity, not even the door can stop them if left unlocked. You have to physically run to the door and see if they're in the hallway, but you don't open the door and check instantly with your flashlight. You have to know if they're in front of the door or not. How? From breathing. Yes, breathing, but the breathing is quiet. So quiet, in fact, that any noise might indicate breathing, which in turn confuses you. Your hearing has to be impeccable. One mistake and you're dead. Sometimes you can hear the breathing instantly, or maybe that was something else. Other times you wait until you hear the breathing, and since you're so on edge, sometimes you overthink and think that you missed it, or maybe that's the breathing. You don't know. Like, you genuinely don't know. Should you open the flashlight? Is he actually in front of you? Should you close the door? In the end, you either wing it, which might result in a jump scare, or you go back, that still might result in a jump scare. Either way, you'll be so on edge that you're more apt to make impulsive choices. I'll even give you a free demonstration. Here's how the demonstration will go. I'll leave you in front of this door. If you hear breathing, comment down, and while you're at it, subscribe. Have fun! Did you hear the breathing? Were you uncomfortable? You see, that's true horror. No matter how much you play it, you're still scared, afraid that you might mess up and don't know when you will die. Not to mention the other animatronics like Nightmare Foxy and Nightmare Freddy. Foxy runs in your room and hides in your closet. He'll stay there till 6 AM, so you have to subdue him with your flashlight. Same with Freddy. Nightmare Freddy plushies will get on your bed as an indicator that Freddy is gonna jump scare you if they become 3 plushies. To counter it, you have to use your flashlight to subdue them. FNAF 2 had you sitting in your office trying to focus on the animatronics, but here, you're always sprinting back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, from A to B, then C to B, then D to C, then C to A, and then you just go on a loop, and then you're so confused and scared. The game constantly makes you feel on edge for the entire night. You don't know when you'll slip up and die. The designs of the animatronics are horrific, which is expected since they're nightmares, but truly, they are some of the most terrifying animatronics Scott Cawthon has ever designed.